It's over! Red Bull has lost all faith in their car. Adrian Newey is gonna leave the team, and there is nothing that Red Bull can do to save this team. It's only gonna happen if, like, Christian Horner is gonna just quit or get fired or whatever, and that's, honestly, Red Bull and Christian Horner are synonymous with each other. That's never really gonna happen, right? Okay. That's, I think it's over. Christian Horner is under investigation for misconduct at Red Bull. They're gonna have a meeting on Friday about what to do with him. This is just absolutely out of nowhere. Then you've got Adrian Newey talking about how the car is not a good evolution. They might not have taken enough risks with the car. What is happening with Formula One these days? Formula One has gotten to the point now that you've got a driver that was basically concerned about, was probably never going to leaving a team. You've got a team principal who was the main draw for a team getting fired. Then you've got one of the best aerodynamics engineers on the grid saying he's not happy with the car he has designed, and then the team principal of that same team is under investigation while he is... Okay. This is terrible for Red Bull, by the way, because if Adrian Newey is unable to find more performance without taking massive risks because the board says whatever, and decides to leave, and Helmut Marko leaves because he's getting fired because the board is like, you've done a bad, you're gonna be fired, then we have a big problem. Why? Because Max Verstappen is absolutely at Red Bull because of Christian Horner and is gonna stay at Red Bull until Christian Horner leaves. If Christian Horner gets removed, if Max Verstappen has had nothing to do with it, Max Verstappen is also going to leave. This could be the craziest thing to happen at Red Bull since the whole Daniel Ricciardo leaves incident, or the switcheroo between Max and Daniel Kvyat. This is absolutely something we are not used to seeing in Formula One. And on top of all of that, you've got Alpine, right? There was small minor news in this particular video because Alpine decided to pull a jebaited on everyone while they posted, oh, we're gonna have a camo livery on their Twitter, their Instagram, everything, posting it again the day before the launch, and then they come out with this. I mean, okay, so here's the thing. I thought, okay, when they revealed the main car, I was like, okay, fine. You can have your carbon black, your black with highlights car, but at least give us the special edition, you know, for the first few races like we had last season where the car was more pink. You know, that's probably going to be the camo livery. No. Basically, they switcherooed everything and the car is pink. Alpine, the car is not pink, it is still black. I get it. Paint is heavy, and paint and you need to reduce weight for performance. But come on. Can we, like, not be like, we need to save as much weight as possible? I think I could actually make a percentage of color to weight ratio on these cars, where you've got Stake F1 team just going completely green, which would have been good, but no, it's just a black car with green lines on it. The front wing, granted, they have tried to get quite a lot out of that front wing, so that's pretty good, and the rear wing as well. But Alpine didn't even try. It's like they didn't even try. They've got so many colors that it's just a hideous livery. It's useless. And to be fair, Alpine did do Pierre Gasly dirty to do this on his birthday. This is like the worst birthday present you can give, because they even turned off the comments. But anyway, you're here for me to hear me talk about Helmut Marko and Adrian Newey. Adrian Newey is reportedly not happy with what the car has. Sorry about that. Adrian Newey is reportedly not happy about what the car, the RB20, is. He's not happy with how it's evolved. He thinks they have not taken enough risk, and he's afraid that other teams have taken more risks. Now, this has been like a smoking gun always. There's always been a smoking gun about these kind of things. Formula One fans have always been led on by Mercedes when they were dominant, Red Bull before that, Ferrari before that, McLaren before that. You know, every time teams have been like, we don't think we have made enough progress, they come out the gates and they are absolutely clear of the rest of the field. And they're clear of P2. They did that just last season as well, to a certain extent. At the beginning of last season, they did that as well. So I refuse to believe that Red Bull is going to have problems. If all these problems do result in Christian Horner being fired and Adrian Newey leaving, I will say at least until the halfway point in the season, we're going to have a car that's still dominant. After that, anything can really happen, and I'm here for it, but I don't see that car is going to lose, that this team that has built so much on top of this car with aerodynamics being the main factor, I don't see Red Bull dropping the ball, even with Adrian Newey gone. Maybe 2026 they're gonna struggle because 2026 has new regulations, but I don't think they're gonna struggle in 2025, regardless of what happens, because this is a team that is not just made by Adrian Newey and Christian Horner. It's a team. They work together. They're not Mercedes, where if you lose Toto Wolff, you lose Lewis Hamilton, you lose George Russell, and the team is absolutely nowhere. That's not what's going to happen. You lose Andrew Shovlin. If you lose those top level people, the team will not just deteriorate in Red Bull's case. In Mercedes' case, it might happen because because the masterminds are not amazing. But Red Bull has amazing masterminds, but they also have an amazing team behind them. So I do see this being a very big thing. But one thing that's gonna shoot Red Bull in their foot is the fact that other teams have been poaching people from their teams. So to what extent have they lost capable personnel in the last few years that Adrian Newey also leaving will have an effect on this car or the next one? To be fair, I think it's going to be fine. I don't think either one of them are going to leave. I would be very surprised if either one leaves or gets fired, because I just don't see why Red Bull would risk destabilizing the team in such a drastic way. Anyway, those are my thoughts about the news in the last few days. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out and get out of here.